I am an old man now, 75 years old, and I've carried a secret for 63 of those years. I've never told anyone before. Not my wife, not my children, not my closest friends, until now. I can't bury it anymore. It was the summer of 1950. I was 9 years old, lonely, small for my age, and with no friends left. My father was gone, my mother always busy. So I spent my long days at the public library. I thought it was just boredom. The library was small, dusty, and quiet. But one afternoon, in the back corner, I discovered something unusual. A door. Old oak, weathered, with a black iron knob engraved with a single footprint. It didn't belong there, and I knew it was forbidden. I checked to make sure nobody was watching, turned the knob, and slipped inside. Darkness swallowed me whole. My hands fumbled until I felt a dangling string. I pulled it. A single bulb flickered alive, revealing a dusty platform and a spiral staircase. I should have turned back. But I was 9, curious, reckless. The wood creaked beneath my steps. Splinters bit my hands on the railing. My heart pounded. The staircase seemed endless. Finally, my feet touched cold cement. Ahead stood a massive door, glowing faint red. Light leaked from its edges, forming a sinister, glowing rectangle. Without hesitation, I opened the door. My eyes widened. I had stepped into a library unlike anything I had ever seen. Smaller than the one above, but perfect, like it was made for me. Bright books filled every shelf. 2 armchairs sat in the center, upholstered in deep purple. The smell, sweet citrus and pine, was intoxicating. I claimed one chair. The other sat empty, directly across from me. Somehow, I knew it wasn't mine. Not yet. For 3 years I returned, always reading, always in my chair. On my 12th birthday, that changed. That night, the citrus pine smell soured, bitter, wrong. It grew stronger, filling the room until I gagged, and it led me to a shelf at the back. A maroon leather book sat waiting, its spine marked with a single black footprint. I opened it. The first page read, "Rest your sorrows down, friend, and leave them where they lie." I turned another page, blank. Another, still blank. Then my name. I froze, dropped the book, lifted my eyes. The empty chair wasn't empty anymore. An old man in a gray suit sat calmly, gray eyes piercing me, lips curved in a smirk. My knees buckled. I vomited on the carpet. He chuckled. The man helped me back into my chair, then returned to his. "The smell takes some getting used to," he said, voice rough and ancient. Then he leaned closer. "Tonight, you will know hardship like never before. I offer you refuge, my friendship." I demanded to know who he was. His eyes glinted. "Your mother is dead," he said, "by her own hand." In her kitchen, my blood turned to ice. "You're lying," I whispered. He only smiled. "See for yourself, or stay." I bolted for the door. Behind me, his voice echoed. "Your road won't be easy, friend. But if it ever becomes too much, you know where to find me." I slammed the red door, scrambled up the staircase, and burst outside. I raced my bike home. The front door stood wide open. Inside, My mother lay collapsed in the kitchen, blood spreading across the floor. The old man had told the truth. From that day forward, I smelled it everywhere. Citrus and pine. I smelled it when my father returned, only to beat me. I smelled it when my wife miscarried, again and again. I smelled it when my son crashed the car and killed his girlfriend. And I smelled it when my wife died last year. A few months ago, I returned to the library, and there it was. The oak door, the iron knob, footprint carved deep, waiting for me. I pass that library every evening. Sometimes I stop. Sometimes I almost go inside. The old man promised me refuge, relief, a safer path. My road has not been easy. It will never be easy. I'm frightened to die, but lately, I'm even more frightened to keep living. Maybe tonight, I'll open the door again. Step down that staircase. Breathe in citrus and pine one last time. Sit across from the man in gray. And finally, rest my sorrows down. Because after 63 years, I still know where to find him.